I always tell you guys that foreplay is the fucking way to go. If you want to win in any sexual experience, if you want to be memorable, if you want to have like the greatest sex of your life, if you don't last long but you still want to like seem like you're a fucking sex goddess, foreplay all fucking day. If you want to make him come quicker and you don't want to be down there fucking breaking your jaw, sucking him off, foreplay before. Work these people up so it's a lot easier in the bedroom. It's just a win, okay? This isn't anything new, but for whatever reason, we're always slacking the foreplay department. I'm sick and tired of it. So here's what I'm going to talk about today. Makeout sessions. It sounds so fucking childish, but I cannot believe, like based off of my personal experiences, how much you guys just like think 1 or 2 kisses will do it. Are you fucking stupid? For a woman to get turned on, it requires her to like mentally, emotionally, physically, everything be fucking unified, in tune, in the moment, like feeling it, jiving, vibing. And the way to win, I told you, and I've said this several times before, and I always have to repeat myself, make sure that you get each other to the point where you're both salivating. Like you need to have sex or you feel like you're going to die. That is how much foreplay you need to be doing before you engage in any sexual experience. And you can fucking thank me later because I will totally change your sex life just by this very small tip. Makeout sessions that we used to do and get so turned on and literally cum our pants without like any physical contact really besides our lips touching. In high school, like I want you to think of the high school fucking stairwell makeout sesh with you and your little boy toy. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. The magic of makeouts are insane. As a woman, and I know a lot of guys feel the same way too. I've spoken to them. Some might not be as passionate about it. Get into it. Like honestly, get the fuck into it. You have no choice. Get the fuck into making out. I want you to sharpen those skills. You guys just like jump into the fucking sack and it really goes to show how weak the rest of your game is. It's a bigger picture thing here rather than like, oh, you can shove your dick in someone's like whatever hole. Good for you. Like really doesn't take much. Let's really make this memorable. Let's make everyone enjoy this. Let's make everyone hot and horny. And how we do this is making out. The lips and the mouth is an erogenous zone. If you haven't watched that video of erogenous zones on the woman's body and the man's body, go ahead and do so. This will give you a lot of knowledge as to where else in the body you can be exploring that will enhance your sexual experience. Because the mouth is full of nerve endings, the lips, the tongue, like the inside of your fucking mouth, your face, your neck. I mean, we could just make out, okay? Start the make out slow. And I want you to play with tempo. Tempo is something that is pretty much unanimous in all sexual experiences. Tempo really makes or breaks a sexual experience. Like ladies, you know what I'm talking about when a fucking guy is like jackrabbit, like fucking like like a fucking machine gun. And you're like, okay, buddy, like what? Like, are you okay? Are you seizuring while you're fucking me? I'm not really sure what's going on. Sometimes slow and then picking up the pace and then slowing it back down is the ultimate key to success. You need to know how to play with tempo if you want to elevate your sexual experience and be good at anything to do with sex, with makeouts, with foreplay, anything sexy. If you want to turn her on, do you know your tempo? If you want to turn him on, do you know your fucking tempo? Always start off smaller and less than what you think. Little by little, then warm it up. And when you feel like the other person's really getting into it, I want you to either take a soft pause, right? Or slow it down and then build it back up. Like really show them that you're teasing them, that this is an experience, that they can't really predict where this is going to go. Because how does a normal makeout session go? We start off, we're like little kisses here and there, whatever. And then it builds up, and then our clothes are off and now we're fucking. Boring. I already know how this is fucking going to go. I've seen the movie scenes. I'm sure that this is how you guys played it out when you were younger. Like, let's fucking switch it up a little bit. Let's be a little bit different. Let's try and really make this experience something that is unforgettable and enjoyable and keeps them wanting more. And how you do this is by tempo and by keeping your clothes on for as long as possible. And it really has, I feel like, separated me from so many other people and has separated the guys I fucked from so many other people. Like there's certain ones that stand out, and the reason why they stand out is because of these things. The foreplay was always fucking incredible, that I was like, I could come just from the fucking foreplay. Like it was just wildly amazing. And at that point, the sex could have been mediocre. I didn't know. I couldn't tell because I was so like, whoa, the foreplay just got me so worked up that like literally anything you can do right now is going to excite me, you know, and do the job. But I want you to try and make out for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long time, but this is oftentimes what we did when we were younger, right? Is like we would make out, but like we couldn't go anywhere else with this, or we were scared or whatever. build it up. This is also great for relationships, okay? So not just for like hookups and like flings or people you're just starting to meet and talk to. It's super important to reignite this sense of intimacy and the spark into relationships. If you've been dating for a while, you guys probably have a fucking routine. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. I've been in several long-term relationships, and you know, each one of those relationships had some sort of routine. I know how it's going to go. I know what we're going to do. I know what positions. It was very special when randomly we would make out instead, and it would just be like this, like craving each other or like intimacy. And it doesn't have to be lovey-dovey. Like, you guys know I'm not the most romantic person on the fucking planet. Like, I'm really not a romantic, but there's something about that is so sweet and loving and reconnects me to my partner and makes me want them more, and it's absolutely magical. So make sure that you're taking time to be intimate without fucking. And this is a skill because a lot of us don't have much self-control, but this is what's hot. The people who have the most self-control are the hottest people, both in the bedroom and out. People don't realize that, okay? Cheaters are not hot. Players are not hot after a while. Like, none of that is hot because they've got no self-control. The ones that are able to, like, hook a girl for a long time are super committed. Same with the girls. Like, you know, all of these qualities that we talk about, like loyalty and this and that, that's all because it's led with self-control. If they didn't have self-control, they would not be committed. They would not spend time doing, you know, thoughtful things. They, you know, like, it all comes down to self-control. So when somebody shows me, even in like something as small as a sexual experience, that they can have self-control over their bodies and with how things are going to play out, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I know that you're probably a master at self-control in so many other areas of your life. Truly, I'm just more attracted to you as a whole, as a person, rather than just this experience. So when you start doing these makeout sessions, it doesn't have to be all the time, right? Like, I totally am for a wild, like, makeout session out of fucking nowhere. Like, you guys are just fucking, I don't know, talking and you stare at each other and like out of nowhere, like your clothes are off and you're fucking fine. Like, you know, really lean into your moods. But sometimes, again, implementing that self-control and slowing things down and like having a romantic makeout session can really elevate your relationship. A lot of couples that I've coached, you know, even just pulling from my personal life, my friends and my family and like people I've spoken to, a lot of us, I think, lose the spark by not continuing to do the things that gave us the spark to begin with, which is so self-explanatory. I'm like, are we fucking stupid? Like, we used to dress up for our partners. Now we don't want to dress up for partners. We used to, like, you know, put cologne on for our partners. We used to do our hair. We used to like plan dates and like pick each other up and like do these things, and we just stopped doing them. So how do we expect the spark to still be there? But if you put in that effort, right, even something as simple as makeout sessions, it's like an unspoken reconnection. It's like communicating with your body rather than with your words. Makeout sessions are truly so important, and I think are what lack in a lot of people's intimate life. You know, I think that maybe intimacy is just no longer present in a lot of relationships. It's just, we got to fuck to like fuck because we just want to get each other off and call it a fucking day and we go to sleep. There's no kissing afterwards and cuddling. There's no kissing before. There's no working up to things. It's just kind of like, whatever, I'm going to get sex anyway. So like, big deal. You know, you don't want to explore and see how you guys can make each other feel and what that looks like, and, you know, like feel more than just with your fucking penis or with your vagina. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do we not want to go to those depths? And a lot of us don't want to go to those depths because we're fucking lazy. You're so fucking lazy. And like, you know why you're lazy? Because of society. Sure, like porn, and people are so easy to fuck nowadays, and everyone's disposable. And if you don't feel like excited right away, you go and find somebody else because it's new. Everything new is going to be exciting, but it doesn't actually mean that that person's exciting or that experience will be exciting going forward, period. Something that's new and shiny is really not all that it turns out to be all the fucking time. And this is where we breed, again, all these like unhealthy habits of, you know, people are disposable, serial dating, lottie fucking da, like fucking is just so casual. Slow shit down. I have a new episode coming up very soon. It's about foreplay outside of the bedroom, which I think you guys would really benefit from if you really enjoyed this topic about strictly just makeout sessions, the importance of it, and how it can actually really spice up your entire fucking life. Like sex life, relationship, serious, not fling ting, like universally, this is the fucking move. Like start making out properly. I promised you some tips, so I'm going to give you them. Less slobber, the better. I don't know. Like I'm so fucking over it. Like, I do not want to smell your spit all over my face. I really don't enjoy it. Like, it is so disgusting to me. I don't know if I'm the only one, but like, it is so gross when someone's a slimy kisser. Do me a favor, keep the spit in your fucking mouth and like just use your lips for a hot minute. Sometimes less is more. If you're just like fucking like choking me out with your tongue, like poking me with your tongue, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like playing like footsies in our mouths, like with our tongues. It's fucking weird, you know? Tongues are really sexy. A little bit goes a long way, but make sure you both are expecting it. So like kiss enough, kiss deeper till like, you know, your mouths are like parting a little bit more or whatever. You're breathing deeper. That's when you know you can introduce tongue. Not just like right away, fucking attack my face and throw a tongue in there. Take it slow, feel it out so that you don't make the wrong move and like ruin the entire experience. When you work slowly, the likelihood of you fucking it up is much lower than if you just go fucking balls to the fucking wall, tongue in the fucking face. If you see that she's like pulling in for more, maybe deeper kisses. Oh my God, I kind of want to shout him out, but I had this experience with a guy, like the worst makeout session of my life. He was like, I'm only a top lip kisser. So here's what I'm going to say about people who have a preference of the top or bottom. You can always have a preference, but you cannot just commit to one. It's not right. It's not fair. If somebody else is used to kissing the bottom lip versus the top lip, like play around and see what works for you guys. The way you used to kiss your past partners is not going to be the way you kiss this partner. It's always different. If you guys cannot adapt, if you're stuck in your old ways, it's going to make the other person feel uncomfortable, and it's never going to be a good makeout session for anybody. So go with the flow. Kiss, lean in, see how naturally your lips touch. And if for whatever reason you gravitate to the lower lip and she happens to gravitate to your top lip, perfect, it works out. Sometimes let them take the lead and see what works, you know, and then sometimes you can take the lead and change it up. But don't sit there and be like worried about semantics. Just try and go in and keep it natural, flowing, and smooth. Don't think too much. I think when people, before they kiss and they think too much, it just becomes like, are you doing a math equation like with like our angles? Like, is this like a fucking physics situation here? Like, I'm not sure what's going on. It really gets rid of that like organic sexiness, like you know. Another thing I will say about kissing is don't peck like a fucking bird. So many of my girlfriends fucking report back that like, he was the worst kisser. I'm like, okay, tell me what the worst kisser is. Like, I love knowing like what people classify as bad kissing, and it's like a fucking woodpecker. Like what are you doing? Like, what are you like? You kissing like your stuffed animals? Like you're 5 years old? Like, what are you kissing your dog? Like, what are you doing? If you don't know how to kiss, figure it out. Like, figure it the fuck out. Sometimes allow them to take the lead and like maybe learn a thing or two from another partner. Go with the flow with each other's bodies. That's how you master kissing. If you start to tailor your kissing style to the person you're kissing, you will win each and every time. The same thing with sex. If you tailor how you fuck based off of their reactions, based off of their body, based off of how they take the lead sometimes, or what they show you or what they don't, or blah, blah, blah. Like, be an educated fucker, be an educated kisser by allowing certain people to take some of the reins here and show you how it's done, or show you what naturally feels good to them. And then you can kind of adapt and adjust and show them what works for you without having a conversation about it, because you guys are like literally macking on each other. So you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Don't stress about it. But also don't go in there with an extreme way of kissing. Start off simple. Okay, feel them out. Do a soft, small kiss at the beginning to see their reaction. Lean in for more. See if they lean in again. Like, you know, back and forth. Like, play it up like that. Thank you guys so much for listening and for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And follow my podcast on anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on another one of these sexy topics. And I will be back here shortly. Leave any of your video requests down below, because you guys know I actually get to them, unlike most YouTubers. And I will see you guys back here very soon. Take care.